Hi, thanks for joining. Today we're going to do a video for my friend Christian. He's going on a long road trip, so we're going to give him some stretches and exercises to do after a long day in the car. So you'll need a wall, and you're kind of looking at me down a hallway because I don't have a lot of wall space in my apartment, but you're going to get your right side body all the way up against the wall, reach your right arm forward, so the outer foot, hip, shoulder against the wall, and you'll start to reach your right arm up towards the ceiling, and you only bring your arm up as high as you can keep the shoulder gliding down. Ultimately, you want the arm back so that it's in line with your ear, but that may not happen right away. And once your arm is up as high as it can go, you flip the palm to face the wall. And you'll notice that I'm not trying to be symmetrical here. What I'm trying to do, what you're trying to do, is flatten the right side of the body against the wall. So my ribs are shifting a little bit to the right. I'm trying to flatten the waist, especially flatten the armpit up against the wall. And you'll just crawl your fingers up, take an inhale, and exhale, draw the sides of the navel back, anchoring your tailbone down. And you'll inhale, crawl the fingertips up. Exhale, navel draws in. Let's do that one more time here. Inhale and exhale. And then this is important. Coming out of this stretch can be a little bit intense. You're going to flip your palm to face towards the center of your space. Slide your arm forward and down, and then step to the side, step away from the wall, and feel the difference between the two sides of your body. And then we'll do the other side. So you'll put your left outer foot against the wall, left hip against the wall, reach your left arm forward, and you bring your arm up and back as far as you can go without lifting your scapula, your shoulder blade up. Glide your shoulder blade down. And then once your arm has gone as far back as it can go, ultimately you're trying to get the arm in line with your ear, you'll turn your palm to face the wall. And we'll take a couple breaths here. Your left hip is pressing into the wall, tailbone anchoring down. Crawl your left fingertips up and try to flatten your left waist and the left armpit into the wall. Let's take another couple breaths here, inhaling. Exhale, shoulders glide down, tail anchors down. Inhale, travel higher up the wall with your arm, your hand, so you can get more of your left side body pressed up against the wall. One more breath here. And then turn your left palm to face in, slide your left arm forward, and you'll step away from the wall. All right, so same stretch. We're going to add a side bend. I've got a blanket here. You can use a pillow underneath your knees, but you'll kneel again with your right side body up against the wall, and you're going to step your left foot out to the left. So my foot touches down on the ground. If yours doesn't, you could put like a blanket or some kind of, maybe like a little book underneath the sole of the right foot or the left foot, so that your left foot is grounded. And then if you had shoes on, your shoelaces on the left foot would be pointing straight up to the ceiling. So you're not turning the toes forward here, but you're pointing the left toe straight out to the left, knee and shoelaces straight up to the ceiling. And then this is a little bit difficult to get into, but again, you're going to get the right side of your body all the way up against the wall. Try to drop and level your left hip with your right hip. Reach your right arm up, stretch up the wall, left hand is resting on your leg, palm facing up, and then you'll side bend. And as you side bend, you're pressing your right pelvis into the wall. And you can turn your head down, you can look straight forward, you could look up. If this is strain on the right shoulder, you can hold onto the back of your head and reach your elbow. And you want to grow from your bottom ribs up through the sides of your waist, up through the side of the rib cage, like you're peeling your ribs and your right waist away from the wall. Shoulders glide down. Grow your right knee down into the ground. Shift your pelvis a little bit forward so you're right over your knee. And all the muscles in your legs are working, so you're strongly engaging the muscles, especially of your left leg. You don't want to let this knee be kind of saggy here. Kneecap lifting up on the left leg. Take an inhale. And then exhale, reach up through the right side. You can bring your right arm forward and down, and we'll switch sides. So you'll kneel on your blanket or your pillow with your left hip, left knee up against the wall. And then you'll step your right foot out to the right again, pad underneath your right foot. If your toes don't touch the ground, right knee, shoelaces pointing straight up to the ceiling. And then do what you need to do to square your pelvis and also level the pelvis. You'll reach your left arm forward, slide your left arm up. Right hand is resting on your right leg, palm facing up. Engage the muscles of your quadriceps, the fronts of the thighs, so all the muscles are really hugging onto the bone in this position. And then you'll reach for the ceiling with your left arm and start to peel your ribs and your left side body away from the wall. Grow your left knee down. Move your pelvis forward. Maybe you need to turn your heart a little bit to the left so you're not folding into the side bend. You're actually going to twist away, slight twist away from the side bend. Press your right heel down. Engage the muscles of your right leg. Take an inhale. Exhale, deepen the side bend. Let's do 2 more breaths like that. Move your pelvis forward. Inhaling and exhaling. And then we'll take an inhale. On your exhale, lift up. You can slide your left arm forward and down. And then we'll stand up. All right, one more exercise at the wall. So for this one, you're gonna twist and face the wall, and then twist the other way and face the wall. So when I'm doing this, we're not keeping the knees and toes pointing straight forward. I'm kind of letting my pelvis and the legs twist with me. So you're gonna keep this nice and light. You're just gonna twist to the wall, push yourself off, twist and push yourself off. And you just do this for like 30 seconds, maybe a couple minutes if you have time. But again, you're pivoting on your feet. We do want the rotation to be happening in your spine and your rib cage, but in this particular stretch, we're not trying to keep the knees and toes like square to the front. Just do a couple more. Nice, easy twist, using your hands to push off. Good. And then for the last thing here, let's get you some hip extension. So you're gonna step your right foot forward and your left foot back into a lunge. And you can see my back foot is turned out about 45 degrees, front foot pointing straight forward. And you're gonna bend your right knee deeply. So you're in a warrior one stance here. Hands on your hips. You can interlace your hands behind your head, narrow your elbows and reach your elbows up, or stretch your arms up. You're pressing your left leg back and down, and the grounding, the pressing of your back leg starts to slide your front knee forward. You're gonna slide the right outer hip back and wrap your your left ACES forward. Take a couple breaths here. Start to lift the pubic bone, lift the sternum, peel the belly button up off of the bottom of your pelvis. Maybe start to lift the gaze. Left heel pressing back and down, and you're scooping your right sitting bone underneath you to your right heel. And then we're close to a wall, so if you need the wall for balance, you can put your hand on the wall. You'll spiral your back heel up, so back leg is now parallel. You're no longer turning out, and you're just gonna lower the back knee, hover it above the ground, take an inhale, and then exhale, press into the right heel. Straighten both of your legs. Inhale to lower. Maybe you go so low that you hover above the ground or tap the ground, and exhale, press. pubic bone draws up. Right heel pushing forward and down. 2 more. Inhale, tap. Exhale to press up. And last time, inhale. And exhale. And then you'll step your left foot forward and stand for a moment. Feel the difference between the 2 sides of your body. And we'll step your right foot back. Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1 stance. So your back foot is turned out at about 45 degrees. Very important that you have that heel grounded. And just notice as your pelvis kind of opening to the side, both hip points, ACES, straight forward. And then you'll use your back foot pressing down to lunge your front knee forward. As you do that, you plug your outer hip, your left greater trochanter back. You're rolling your right inner thigh back, right ACES forward. Arms can reach up. You could interlace your hands behind your head. If you're doing that, narrow the elbows, kind of like a little basket for your head back here. And reach the elbows up. Pubic bone is lifting. Your tail is moving down to the ground. Your left sitting bone is curling forward towards your left knee. And then you press your back heel and lunge more deeply. Stretch your arms up for the last few moments here and take the low abdominal muscles and lift them up. Take them back into the spine. Maybe a little bit more spinal extension here. Let's take an inhale and exhale, come up. Spin your back heel up. You've got the wall if you need it for balance. You're gonna bend your back knee, take an inhale. Exhale, press the front heel, lift high up onto the ball of your back foot. Inhale to bend, maybe you tap the ground, maybe you only lower a couple inches. Left heel drives down to stand up. Let's do 3 more. Inhale, tap down. Exhale, press up. Last 2. Navel draws in and up as you exhale. And 1 more. Good, and then you'll step your foot forward, interlace your fingers, flip your palms. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Look down, take your arms back, straighten your elbows, wrap your triceps forward, and then level your gaze. Tail anchoring down, heart lifting forward and up. Bring your hands down, interlace your hands behind you. You can roll the shoulders back, maybe flip the palms, or just keep the hands back behind you. You want to take the arms up as high as you can go without moving your shoulder heads forward. And hands by your sides. We'll do the other side. Other pointer finger on top, flip the palms, stretch your thumbs. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale, plug shoulders down. Rotate your triceps forward. Look down, keeping your navel moving in and your tail anchoring down. You want to bring your arms back and then level your gaze. Hands down, interlace your hands behind you. You can keep your hands in like one big fist here or flip the palms, turning the biceps out. Tail anchors down, back ribs full, and then release your hands down. Give your shoulders a little shake, and you're finished. Thanks for joining. See you soon.